James Mattis's first day on the job featured phone calls to reassure NATO and other allies unsettled by the implications of a Trump presidency. His first international trip is designed to do the same, in person in Japan and South Korea, where concern is also building about North Korea's nuclear advancement.
Deployment of the nuclear weapon is not yet ready, but it will be ready in this year. So what they need is what is the U.S. solution for this nuclear deterrence?
The great unknown is how President Trump will tackle a problem that his predecessor couldn't, slowing, let alone reversing, North Korea's progress towards a viable nuclear weapon. Trump has already tweeted that a threatened test of a North Korean intercontinental ballistic missile wouldn't happen. He didn't say how he'd stop it. And there's concern too about Trump's campaign promises to force Japan and South Korea to pay more for hosting US troops or risk losing them.
There's no suggestion that James Mattis will turn up in Seoul and Tokyo brandishing a large invoice. The Pentagon says he's coming to listen and to ensure that the alliances remain strong. But his new boss has left him with some questions to answer.
This first foreign trip by a Trump cabinet member also coincides with protests in the US and abroad against the president's ban on travelers from 7 Muslim countries.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
When candidate Trump first floated a similar idea, Mattis called such policies damaging. Such differences could cut both ways. Allies may see Mattis as outside the new administration's inner circle, or as an approachable figure of moderation.
He will be a kind of more adult in the room. He'll be somebody who will kind of go through regular channels. He'll sort of, I think, attempt to minimize the chaos and attempt to probably reach out to allies and be a kind of voice of sanity for the administration.
If there's no shortage of executive power in Washington right now, in Seoul it's a different story, with an impeached president and the prospect of new elections within months. The outcome could influence the promised deployment of the US THAAD anti-missile system in South Korea, something opposed by China. On his first day in office, Trump promised a new state-of-the-art but unspecified missile defense shield. Another question, perhaps, for Secretary Mattis, from allies curious to know what President Trump has in mind for their region. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Seoul.